The day I stopped being quiet. My name is Lena Holloway, and the last time I walked into my childhood home, my sister locked the door behind me like I was a stranger who didn't deserve an exit. It was Thanksgiving. The table was full, and I was the only one without a seat. My father didn't look up from carving the turkey when he said, "You can stand. You're used to leaving anyway." Everyone laughed. I remember the smell of sage and butter. I remember the clock ticking too loudly. And I remember realizing, right there, that I had spent my entire life shrinking so other people could feel taller. My sister Claire smiled at me like she'd won something. "We assumed you wouldn't stay long. You never do." I wanted to explain. I wanted to defend myself. Instead, I reached into my coat pocket and pressed record. They talked freely after that, about how I had wasted my education, how I owed them for letting me come back, how my mother's will was rewritten because Lena can't handle responsibility. What they didn't know was that responsibility was the only thing I'd ever carried alone. That night, I slept in my car. The next morning, I listened to the recording while frost formed on the windshield. Their voices didn't sound like family. They sounded like people who had mistaken my silence for permission. I backed up the file, twice, because I finally understood something important. Silence isn't weakness. It's patience waiting for leverage. 3 months later, when my father's business partners called me instead of him because my name was still legally tied to the original company charter, Claire cried. My father shouted. They asked how I knew. I told them the truth. "You taught me to listen." When the contracts were corrected, the apologies came too late. I didn't yell. I didn't celebrate. I just said, "You don't lose people when they walk away. You lose them when you make them invisible." And for the first time, I left that house without needing to come back.